tonight we are going to talk about investing and how it is as easy as online shopping. And I know you might be like, that sounds scary. Scary easy. It is scary easy. So we are going to talk some more about that. Hello. My name is Erin Thompson, and I help women invite money into their life. I believe that we are not stuck in our financial situation, that we can change our thoughts and our actions and therefore completely change the course of the rest of our lives. So that is what I'm all about. Hello, mama. That's what I'm all about. That is what I talk about here in this group and on this channel. And you will hear a lot more money mindset topics and just general money stuff from me, because I want to help women conquer money, succeed at money, right? So let's get into it. I have talked to so many women, and so many women are like, I don't know if it's intimidated by the stock market, but they're not into it. It's not something that they've ever thought about or cared about or really wanted to learn. It's like this big scary thing that they don't understand. Like, it's for other people. It's not for them. You know what I mean? And I can't help but wonder why, honestly, because it's as easy as online shopping. And I know that we all know how to do some online shopping. In this day and age, especially after the pandemic, we all know how to do some online shopping, right? And I'm going to walk you through a couple things tonight and show you literally, like, not physically show you, because I don't feel like you would be able to see it very well on my screen anyway, but and I'm going to talk through what you have to do, and it's really so easy, okay? So there's just a couple things that you need to know to get set up. So I'm going to talk through those things tonight, but you're going to see when I get done going through these couple things, like, oh, wow, yeah, that's so easy. Why have I been letting this thing intimidate me, right? So first things first, you have to open an account with a brokerage. So there's a lot of brokerages out there, and they mostly offer the same services. In particular, you're going to want a brokerage who has $0 minimum. Like, you don't have to have a certain amount of money in the account. You can have 1 cent if you want, right? No minimum investments. Like, you don't have to invest 100 every time or 10,000 every time or whatever. Like, you can invest whatever you want. And $0 commissions on buying and selling stocks or ETFs, which are exchange traded funds. The good news is, because you might be like, oh my God, Erin, you're throwing all this stuff at me. The good news is most brokerages offer this, so it's not going to be hard to find, okay? I only tell you this because you're going to want to make sure whoever you do pick isn't like the weirdo outlier who doesn't do these things, and then you will know, oh, like, they're supposed to offer these things, this one doesn't, I don't want that one, okay? You're pretty safe if you go with names of brokerages that you've heard before, so like E-Trade, Morgan Stanley, Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Webull, Robinhood. I'm sure most of you have heard of Robinhood. Stash. Like, those are all pretty big name brokerages, and there's tons more. But if you aren't sure about which one to pick, please feel free to reach out. Let's chat, and I can help assist you, because I don't want you to feel nervous about picking the wrong one. Like, as long as you're getting one who meets your needs, like those 3 things, right? Like, you don't have to have a certain amount in there. You don't have to invest a certain amount every time. Then you're good, right? The next thing you need to know is, once you put your money in this account, it's just sort of sitting there. It's like a different type of bank account, okay? You putting your money into that account is not investing it. Once it's in there, now you have to invest it in something. You have to give it a job, okay? So I've heard a horror story from a girl who was like, I just kept putting money into my account for 2 years, and she never like actually used the money to get into any investments, which is like heartbreaking. So I want you to know that once the money's in there, it's just sort of like another bank account with that brokerage. Now you have to give it a job, okay? So when you are ready to buy a stock, you pull up your brokerage's app or their website, and you put in the ticker of the company that you want to buy. The ticker is just the symbol for that company. Like, that's what they trade under. So like the ticker for Ford Motor Company is just F. Most of the time, tickers are going to have like 3 or 4 letters. Sometimes there's even 5 or 6, but 4 is pretty typical. Sometimes there's less, sometimes there's more. But if you don't know the ticker of your company, most apps and websites are probably, if you just start typing in the name of the company, it will bring up the ticker for you. So you don't even have to like do research to figure out the ticker. But if you know the ticker, that's even better. You can put in your ticker, bam, it pulls it right up, okay? So then you're just going to tell it how many shares you want to buy. Just like ordering something online, right? Like how many funny graphic tees do you want to buy? And let's say you have $100 in your account, but you know you don't want to put all $100 of that towards this thing, right? Like you want to keep your money diversified, so you only want to spend about $20 of what's in your account. Just like I have X amount in my bank account, I'm not going to spend all the money on graphic tees, right? I don't need that many graphic tees. I'm only going to spend a certain amount on graphic tees. So you figure out, okay, $20 is what I want to spend on this company so that I can leave the other bit of money to go to other companies and keep myself diversified, right? So let's say the company you want to buy shares in, let's say it's $10 a share. Well, if you're looking to spend $20, you can afford to buy 2 shares because $10 a share times 2 shares is $20, right? Perfect. So you put in 2 for the amount that you want to buy. Once you've pulled up your ticker, you put in the number 2 for the amount you want to buy, and you click buy. Bam. Now you own 2 shares in that company. Okay? That easy. Like that's literally how easy it is to start investing in the stock market. Okay? And now you could hold on to those shares for years if you wanted to, or you could sell them in 10 seconds if you wanted to. Like it's literally up to you. If you do hold on to them for years, like let's say the company Nvidia, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's been in the news. If not, that's okay. It's not like that big of a deal, but Nvidia is huge. And like there was this Nancy Pelosi scandal with buying shares of it and all this stuff. And they're doing cool things. So the value of the stock price has gone up a lot. So if you would have bought that stock back in like 2019, it was trading under $5 a share. And now it's up in the hundreds of dollars per share, okay? So if you would have bought $1,000 of Nvidia back in like 2019, it would be worth over $25,000 today, okay? Just to give you an idea, just for parking your money in the right place, you would have made that much money from 2019 to 2020. In 5 years, you made $25,000 just from parking your money in the right place. That's huge, right? That is what is going to help level the playing field for all of us. That is why I'm so passionate about helping women, regular women just like you and me, get into the stock market so we can see that kind of growth from our money, okay? Or if you feel at any time whatsoever, like I said, it could be 10 seconds later, but at any time, if you feel like you want to sell some of your shares, you can do that, okay? And it's that easy. Now, and you don't even have to sell them all. Like, let's say you bought, in this instance, we bought 2 shares, right? Let's say I only want to sell 1 in a few weeks or months from now. I can only sell 1. And then I have that other one still growing for the future at the next, point in time when I decide that I want to sell my last share. So whenever you're ready to sell, you just go to your app or your brokerage's website and you look at your portfolio and you think, ooh, I want to sell this one. You click on that one and then it's going to say, how many shares do you want to sell? Sometimes it will like put in as a default the total quantity that you have. So like if you had bought more shares, you could say like, no, I only want to sell 1 or 5 or 10 or whatever. But in this case, we only bought 2, let's say, and a few weeks from now we want to sell it. So you could put in, I just want to sell 1 of my shares. And then you click sell. And as soon as it executes, bam, now you've just sold a share. Now that money takes 3 days to settle in your account. So that's something, if you've never like done this before, you might not know that. But yeah, once you click sell and that investment, that like, what's the word I'm looking for? Transaction is executed and you have officially sold your shares, You just have to wait the 3 days for that money to settle. And now you can reinvest it after 3 days and it's settled. You can reinvest it in something else. Or if you needed that money for something, like that's what I love about these investment accounts. It's like liquid cash, just like a bank account, right? Like while we were doing the sale of our house, we needed the money for the down payment. And so both my husband and I went into our, day trading investment accounts and scooped up a little bit from each one to help put towards the down payment for our house. It's amazing. It adds so much flexibility to your finances. It makes me sad that more women aren't psyched and on the train with me about adding this as another place to have your money while you are trying to grow your wealth. So yeah, after 3 days, you can, if you wanted to take the money out, you can then do like a bank-to-bank transfer and transfer it from your brokerage account to your bank account. And usually they say that it can take 1 to 3 business days at that time. I know for me, that's what it says, but I use E-Trade and generally it's like 1 business day at that point. So pretty quickly you can get to that cash. 3 days to settle once you click sell, and then 1 to 3 business days for it to get into your bank account. Pretty nice, right? I know it's not like, oh my God, I have an emergency and I need this money right now. Like it's not quite that, but that's what emergency funds are for, right? But seriously, it's that easy, ladies. And now you might be like, okay, that doesn't seem too bad, but I still have no idea like what to invest in. Well, that we are going to cover in a future training. But for now, I just want you to know that this is an amazing vehicle for financial growth and just encourage you. This is not just for men. It's not just for rich people. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Sharon. It's not just for men. It's not just for rich people. It is for women like you and like me. It is for us to be able to grow our money and our wealth so that we can stop working so damn hard and start enjoying these lives, the only life that we get to live, right? That's what it's there for. It's for us to grow our money, to level the playing field with the rich. And I just want to like shout it from the mountaintops that you can do this. It's not that hard. Okay. I would love to hear from you ladies in the comments. Did this help bust some of the myths that you've been telling yourself about getting started with investing? Or is the part that's holding you back more of the like, but I don't know what to put my money in? I would love to hear from you, like which part seems like the harder part for you. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. But all right, that's all I had for this week's training. If this training has you pumped up and wanting to get started, I have an awesome $47 course that helps take all the scariness out of the market and gets you investing with confidence this week. Like this week, you could be investing with confidence in the stock market. Wouldn't that be amazing? So I will put a link to that in the comments if you would like to snag a seat in that course. And I will also put a link in the comments to book a call with me if you are just not sure or you have lots of questions. I'm here. I'm your girl. I'm here to help lighten your load and lift you up and help you with your finances wherever possible. So, but yeah, that's it for tonight. I hope the rest of your week absolutely rocks. Thank you so much, ladies.